It's not really a question of do we have to go to a renewable energy system, it is a question of when. And that's where we come to the next piece of this story. 40,000 pounds per person per year goes into the air. That is going to have an effect on climate. We've known this for well over a century. I like to use this example. Right after World War II, one of the lessons was that bad guys with bombs could do terrible things to big cities. And one of the things that the Air Force was charged with was to make sure that no one flew over Philadelphia and dropped bombs on it. One of the ways to do that is an enemy bomber has a hot engine, and that hot engine radiates heat energy. It radiates infrared. And you can see that, and you can build a heat-seeking missile that will follow that and will go up the tailpipe and make sure that bomber does not get to your city. But if you put the wrong sensor on that heat-seeking missile, it will not see the target because CO2 is absorbing the energy and transferring it to the other molecules in the air. And the Air Force said, we need to understand this. They got some really good physicists. They put them up at Hanscom Air Force Base in New England. And they said, figure out radiative transfer and get it right. And they did. And there's simply no question that when something is warm, it radiates, and that some of that is absorbed by CO2 and other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. This is something that we've known. It is something that's observed every day. So the little thing at the bottom, the sun warms the Earth radiates energy to space, and this is the Earth cooling off so we don't get hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter and burn up. And this, in magenta there, is CO2 blocking that cooling. This is measured. It's observed every day. This is operational. And if there were more CO2 in the air, more energy could be blocked. CO2 blocks, and it can block more. And 40,000 pounds per person per year. And so you'll get this. Routinely, people will say, well, why do you believe in global warming? We don't believe in global warming. It's physics. And it's physics like, if I drop this, it will fall down. Now be honest, if I drop this at the moment that Steve turned on the hidden electromagnet in the roof, he might suspend it over my head. And if I drop it at the moment that the tornado blew the top off the building, it might suck it out of my hand. And if I dropped it at the moment that the earthquake dropped the building, it might seem to go up. But you sort of know if I drop it, it's going to fall down. That's the warming effect of CO2, it's physics. So yeah, there isn't another side of that. Okay, so